we would continue with Robert Uveg, also more with the industry perspective. So Robert Uveg is part of CRH and cement company and responsible for alternative fuels and raw materials for Central and Eastern Europe. Robert, welcome. Hi,
Yes.
yeah, see you, super. And question for you would be, how do you see the positioning of the RDF SRF energy recovery in the cement industry and in modern waste management from an industry perspective?
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Ingo. Yes, I'm also from the cement industry, so I will advocate for the industry. It was several facts mentioned already by Roland and Renato about the role and positioning of cement industry in the modern waste management system. I don't want to repeat those, but it's very important to emphasize that it's a complex system, in this system, no one participant can solve the problem alone. So all the participants should work together, and they have to work beside each other. And this is the way how all the participants are taking the advantage of their industry capabilities. Yes, because cement industry has really very much capabilities in the waste co-processing. It was already mentioned the CO2 reduction, phasing out the traditional fuels, replacing other fuels. But I would really mention here that especially in the future, changes and developments will be driven by the strength of partnerships. Yes, partnerships between the business, which is the companies itself, the government, the public, and the waste management operators, and this will bring the benefit of the circular economy. Mentioning one most important thing that it was already mentioned, that the proper legislation should be in place to support the co-processing. According to the European legislation, in each European country, the pre-sorting requirements of the mixed municipal waste is existing, so it's mandatory before landfilling. But the problem is that in several countries in Eastern Europe, this legislation is not followed. So for example, in Slovakia, it's a requirement to do the pre-sorting before landfilling, but still 50% of the municipal waste is landing in the landfills without any pretreatment. So this is the reason why further development is very limited, and the main bottleneck is the available infrastructure is missing. So there is a huge need to invest into the infrastructure of the pretreatment, which will give a second chance for the waste to remove the energy inside in the material, what can be used in the cement industry. So just summarize this. I would not repeat other facts. So I think this sectorial collaboration, this is the key for the future developments. Thank you. That was my thoughts for this topic.
Thank you, Robert. Any immediate additions, comments on this? Everybody happy? Very good. Yeah, Hubert.
Sorry, Sorry, only very short.
Hubert is not happy. No.
No, it's excellent. I'm absolutely satisfied. So thank you. It's a great conference. Sorry, I prefer to talk with you face to face next time. So, but to make it short, what Robert said is very, very important, because I made a calculation before some years. So roughly, when we calculate the total waste management, the energy content of the German waste management system, the cement industry is only in the position to use maximum, when they cover 100 million gigajoule per year, maximum 14%, 14% of the total energy what is available on the German waste market. And I think in Austria it's roughly could be the same. So that means it is only one column of the total integrated waste management or energy and resource system. So I think it's very important, even for the structure, for the strategy, to establish a structure of infrastructure for the politics. No, I shut up.
No, thank you very much for the comment, Roland.
Yeah. Waste management is a very complex system. We have discussed about it, and all parts should work together. But this also means every part in this value chain must earn money. Yeah, so everybody must have an economic advantage. That's the first I wanted to add. And the second is, it's clear, we're talking about the cement industry and the possibilities. There are great possibilities, but it will not solve the waste management problem of incineration. Yeah? And Hubert, this was a very, very useful, very valuable argument. Cement industry has a big demand on energy, but our waste to be burned is much higher volume. So it's just a puzzle piece. It's just a puzzle piece in this complex system. And if some countries are now based on landfilling and they want to make the transition to recycling and incineration, the cement industry can play a role, but it will be a kind of niche, maybe bigger or smaller, like it's different, but at the end it will also need other kind of incineration possibilities and systems. So big necessary player, but a puzzle piece.
Yeah, and one comment for that, what Roland said, that what is the advantage of the cement industry, that the capacities are already there. So there is existing capacities, and these capacities should use on the maximum level. And then we have to think through that how much additional waste to energy capacity is needed if these cement capacities are fully utilized.
Thank you very much. Then we will continue with Robert Uveg. Also kind of in the same direction, more industry, or you going on your experience. So what is the situation of RDF, SRF in the CRH operating countries, or at least the ones you are responsible for, and how do you see the future perspective?
Yes, thank you for the question. I'm doing a coordination of the alternative fuels related topics in the Eastern European countries. We can clearly declare that in CRH the increase of alternative fuels usage, including SRF, is a key priority in CRH in our group. Yeah, if we see the alternative fuel ratio. In CRH worldwide level, last year we reached the 37%, which is increasing year by year. And if we want to roll on to European level, we stand at 51%. Just compared to the industry average, which is 52% in 2022 in the Semburo, in the cement plants in Europe. And of course, it's a fact that our plants in West Europe are very well advanced compared to Eastern Europe. But important to mention that some plants in Eastern Europe, a region also exceeding the 70% substitution rate, even closer to 80. So there are huge differences. In each of our plants in CRH, industrial and municipal-based SRF is very significantly contribute to our fuel to our fuel mix. In Eastern European region, in CRH, in a CRH plants, we consumed and we recovered close to 750,000 tons of SRF in last year. If we're talking about volume-wise, it represents roughly 80% amongst the other consumed alternative fuels. So we can clearly state that it's an important contributor to the substitution rate. And in Eastern Europe, just to see where we are and where we see our future, in our operational countries, in that countries where the waste management is really at just the beginning of the developing curve, we can state that the waste infrastructure is also less developed. Therefore, in that countries, we have to rely on the municipal-based SRF. Needless to say that, of course, with lower quality parameters, so means that less calorific value and higher moisture content. And of course, it has a high influence on our feeding possibilities in our plants. But we stuck for that fact and for that principles that this is a service what we are doing with the SRF recovery to the society. Yes. And it's important that if once we start, never stop it, because that's a service what we have to do. Of course, it has a financial benefits. It's a truth, because we are not a donating company. Yes, so we are doing it from really the business point of view. But we are sure that, and we convinced that all waste what we can, each kilogram waste what we can direct from the landfills, that a service for the society and avoid also further greenhouse gas emissions. So this is how we see the future and how we see our participation in the waste recovery.
Super. Thank you very much.